Welcome back to FitLab. Pick up something heavy with your right hand. Now switch it to your left. Notice that, for most people, one arm is measurably stronger than the other. But here's the part almost nobody expects. The gap has very little to do with which arm you actually use more. Start with the obvious explanation, then throw it out. You might assume it's just repetition. Writing, throwing, lifting, all favoring one side over years. That plays a role. But researchers studying limb control found something stranger happening inside your brain, not your muscles. Your brain has two hemispheres, and they don't split control of your arms evenly. Motor control researcher Robert Sainberg, whose work has shaped how scientists understand limb dominance, found that each hemisphere specializes in a different job. One side is better at controlling trajectory, meaning the smooth, efficient path your arm takes toward a target. The other side is better at controlling final position, meaning how precisely your arm stops and stabilizes once it gets there. For most right-handed people, the left hemisphere, which controls the right arm, becomes the trajectory specialist. It's efficient. It's economical. It wastes less energy getting the job done. That's part of why your dominant arm often produces more force during dynamic, ballistic movements like throwing or swinging. So is the non-dominant arm just weaker? Not exactly. Here's the counterintuitive discovery. Your non-dominant arm is often better at stabilizing a fixed position and resisting unexpected forces. It's not behind. It's specialized differently. Strength testing confirms this too. Grip strength studies consistently show measurable side-to-side differences, sometimes 10% or more, even in people who never trained one side more than the other. There's another piece to this. Cross-education. When you train one arm, some strength gain transfers to the untrained arm through the nervous system, not through muscle growth. Research published through outlets like the Journal of Applied Physiology has repeatedly shown this effect. Your brain sends adapted signals to both sides, even when only one side is lifting. Which raises a question. If your brain is already wired for imbalance, should you fight it? Mostly, no. A moderate strength difference between arms is completely normal and not something to panic about. But large imbalances, especially past 15 to 20%, can increase injury risk during heavy bilateral lifts like bench press or overhead press, because the stronger side compensates and the bar tilts. Practically, this means unilateral training matters. Single-arm rows, single-arm presses, and single-arm carries force each side to produce and stabilize force independently. No compensation allowed. Over weeks, this doesn't erase the natural asymmetry. It just keeps it from becoming a liability. So pick that same object back up. Right hand first. Left hand second. That difference you feel isn't laziness, and it isn't damage. It's two hemispheres of your brain doing two different jobs, translated straight into how your arms perform. Understanding that is the first step to training smarter instead of chasing perfect symmetry that was never the goal to begin with. That's the science behind why your arms aren't equal, and why they were never supposed to be. If this changed how you think about training, subscribe to FitLab for more science-backed breakdowns every day.